let's get into prioritization goals. This is actually a really fun exercise because this helps sort of take the guesswork out of everything, number one.
Yep.
And number two, takes all those ideas in your head and sort of makes them definitive, puts them in place. And we figure out what needs to happen first, second, third, fourth, fifth here. Because one of the biggest things that happens when people come to me is, Henry, I have 5,000 ideas in my head. I do not know which one to execute on first. And so here I am, and we're going to map this out. So the way I do this is very, very systematic. So it's short, medium, long-term goals. It's 30 days or less, 30 to 60 days, or 60 to 90 days plus. Okay. And then it goes by desirability. How bad do you want this done from a scale from 1 to 10? 10 being, I want this done now, to 1 being total pain in the ass. You know, I don't know if I'll ever be able to execute it. The doability is, how resourceful am I? And what are my resources right now that can help me execute this? What budget do I have set aside for this particular project? And if I had the money, or if I do have the money, what do I want to spend on it, right? And then we total up the desirability and the doability. And if there's anything over 16, we want to mark that as a short-term goal, and we want to move on it. Okay.
Got it.
So I'm going to pull up.
And this comes from our work so far, right?
That is correct. Is correct. So let me pull up your website real quick again. It is
graduatemedicine.com. Yeah.
All right. I gotta pull this. I gotta shut this down. Where's my Facebook? Oh, okay. So here's your current website, right?
Yeah.
Graduate medicine. It's very sterile. It's very sterile. And one of the things that we pulled out in our last call, if you remember, is you're more than just getting these folks to pass these exams.
Yeah.
Okay. You are what I'm starting to attract in my career right now. So we kind of started out, you started out a little bit ahead of me, but I've been 10 years in this game. I've turned this one-man band into an agency, and now all virtual, that I'm very proud of. And I get to work from this beautiful home every single day, and with the best clients in the world, honestly. And now I'm starting to get other designers to hire me to tell them how to do it.
Yep.
And so that's what's going on here. You've become a very, very good doctor, Tom.
Yes.
And these folks are wanting that. Right? They want you to not only take the guesswork out of passing this test, but they want you to take the guesswork out of being an awesome GP.
Yep.
And when I look at this website,
none of that.
You don't exist.
Yeah.
So, can you imagine what it's going to be like when now you're here?
Yep.
And you're telling them, I've been a doctor for the past 15 years, and I've made all the mistakes, and I went through what you're going through. And the reason why I created graduate medicine is because I have a passion for you.
Yeah. Because
I am one of you. That is why, Tom, FUBU went bananas.
FUBU is a brand, is that right?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I took for granted that you would know what FUBU is. So the guy, Damon John, who's the shark from the Shark Tank.
Yep. Okay, I know him. Yeah, I've heard of him.
In the early 90s, he created a brand called FUBU, and it means for us, by us.
Oh, wow. Okay, got it.
And all he targeted was at the African-American community.
Uh-huh.
And they just went crazy.
Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Okay. So
Yep.
take that same mentality. That's why Damon John is brilliant.
Yeah.
Take that same concept and theory and plug it into what you're doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And you, my friend, will have so much work, so much business you won't know what to do with. Now, there's a couple of things that we need to do. So as the doctor to you,
yep.
We need to get this redone.
Yeah.
This needs to be redone. The sterile part of it needs to come down, and I'll help and help you build this, but this needs to become more of a personal place for you to share your story.
Yeah.
And for you to really connect. And that's what branding is, Tom. Branding is that gut feeling.
Cool.
Right? It's that gut feeling that when they come here, they're going to feel like somebody gets them.
Yeah.
And you do.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'd like to see here is, I love the call. I love the calls to action. Like, that's great. Like, that's pretty solid stuff right there. Right. So we don't want to lose any of that, but I want to see you here.
Yeah.
Right. And I want to see some sort of I hate to use the word funnel, but a funnel or a frame. Even me. But
really?
It's becoming so overused.
Yes.
But a system. Let's say that a system, if you will, where if your wife is part of this business, right? We set up some sort of framework and we follow that framework like gospel.
Okay.
And it took me a long time to figure out what I needed to do, but here's what I did. I created a introductory offer. It's an introductory consult. It's $97.
Yep.
That's going to help you get a little bit of clarity, but most of all, it's going to see if I like your energy. If I like your energy, we're going to move forward. I'm going to help you. All right.
Yep.
And then they move on to phase 2, which is the discovery, like you did, or they just buy the whole package and we just start cranking, right?
Yep.
For you guys, there's got to be some sort of introductory call. And if I recall correctly, I remember, was it your wife that takes the calls?
Yeah, I mean, typically they're sales calls for the big product. There is no, like, the introductory stuff is kind of more like, oh, buy the book, or, here's a lead magnet, check this out.
She's doing the sales calls is what I'm saying.
She's been doing the sales calls, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And her close rate's pretty high from what I gather.
It is pretty high, yeah. It is high.
Yeah, because I remember...
Whether that's her skill set or more like it's just there's so much pain, they're just like, I don't care. Look, you guys seem to know something. I don't really care what it is. They'll just fix it for me.
Yeah. Well, one thing that I gather from you is I don't know your wife as much as I know you now, but I plan to get to know her. And there's this whole personality here I keep reminding you about. And that personality is your silver sword.
Okay.
I mean, that I'm telling you right now, is your silver sword. So when that comes out, then I'll coach you, because I know you're looking at me going, well, I know that, but I don't know what to do with it. Right?
And actually, I mean, in some part, like, I actually split off like the spirituality stuff into a whole other section, just because I don't know, too embarrassed or too whatever, like it was like, oh, I don't know how to bring this in at all. So that part
I think you own it, man.
Yeah.
Because I mean, let me just give you another outside thing, and then we really got to get into filling this out. But one of the things that impressed me the most about you in the past 3 calls, is how in tune and how deep you go with understanding that user profile. I mean, it gave me the chills, dude.
Yeah, me too. I was getting them too,
Yeah, like it was almost like that person, you actually had contact with that person in the past.
Yeah. Well,
and you may or may not have, but I'm saying like, or it could have been you inside when you were going through this.
Yeah. Yeah.
But whatever's real is real. But that impressed me so much about you. I said, this dude is got some weird seventh power or sixth power that he just needs to tap into and own and be proud of it and use it to help other people. So I'm telling you that is a whole nother side of this program that is going to be blown. It's just going to blow your audience away because again, they want this bad.
They want,
but they want you even more.
Cool.
I'm just being honest with you. So let's do this. So one of the goals here is I would like to see this website redesigned, rebranded. I'd like to say rebranded because it's not just the design that needs to be changed. It's the message. Okay.
It's so good. Yeah. I mean, we know that it has had to be done, but it's just like, my fear was it would just repeat the same sterility. Like we just change the pictures and nothing would change.
I remember you saying, and that's what would have happened if you hired a designer. Yeah. They would have made it pretty for you. You know, they would have went to Shutterstock and got you all new images. Yeah. But was it going to help you sell? And I like what you said the other day about how helpful this was to you to actually go this deep. So anyway, the desirability to get this done on a scale from 1 to 10. I'm gonna go with a 9. Okay. Just because the doability to get this done. It's I mean our current guys they've got a payment plan. It's pretty like so the actual coding and design stuff is okay. Like I think it's pretty easy to do. I'm gonna put 9 for that. Okay. Some photos for me is the last kind of thing. Okay. What about copywriting? What about possible video production? These are right. So that's another thing, right? So we want to make sure that you got the right message and it's resonating and the person that's writing that copy understands exactly the position that you want to take and the target audience that you want to talk to, right? So, and then the video element is making it real, like making it really come to life. And now you're speaking to them as their trusted advisor, their fiduciary, right? When you get when you become their fiduciary, everything changes. Sorry, Henry, what's fiduciary mean? Oh, fiduciary is like trusted advisor. Like for example, if you don't trust your family to handle your will after you die, you bring in like an attorney / fiduciary, and they do it all. So we're talking about they like, fuck, something's off in my work. I don't know what it is. I need to go to Tom. That's it. That's it. So it's much more than, like I said before, it's much more than this, growing up, we had SATs, right? Okay. Yeah. I had SATs. I was awful at taking tests, right? Yeah. If I told you what I got on my SATs, you'd be like, you should still be in elementary school, right? Long story short, there was this course and it was called the pre-SAT course, right? It was a few $100. My dad would enroll me and my points, I went up 20 points. It wasn't worth it. Yeah. When I first heard you guys talking to me about this program, I said, oh, this is like a PSAT program. Yeah. It preps them to take this test. And then I dive into this and it's like 10 layers deep. I know. So it's like you're totally underplaying and undervaluing the value of this program. Yes. And that's what I'm here to help you sort of see and say, we got to take this up a notch. So if you were to have a budget for this project, what would it be? For video and copywriting and the website design, let's put 6. Okay. 6, yeah. Okay. And then we're at an 8.
So it's okay just to kind of go, well, how much would it be if I, you know, like I don't have the money, obviously the credit card debacle, but we're not looking at that. We're looking at if I actually was going to invest and go, shit.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, right. Absolutely. So now the next goal would be what?
I look, I think that the checklists, the key feature checklists, we've got to find out if that's useful, if that's sellable. We've got to run the test on the key feature checklist to the GPs.
Okay, key feature checklist.
Continuity.
Yeah. Continuity program. I think it's brilliant, and I think, and this is actually, I'm going to actually put here in parentheses, this is a potential funnel.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Like as a marketing funnel, the product becomes. Yeah. Gotcha.
This is the product. The key feature checklist is the product.
Yep.
The bridge is the continuity program.
Yep.
Which is $9.99 a month. It's $9.99 a month. Or put a price tag to it. It could be $20, but make it so.
Look, it's actually. I mean, if it works, it's actually incredibly valuable. I don't know. Like, I'm cautious about like underpricing it. Like, I would actually go like 40. I know $40, but you know, like fine. It's like it's such a no-brainer at that price for most GPs. The question then would be, would they use it? You know, will they use it? But for $40 to get them in, it's just like, oh fuck.
Yep.
You know, like that's the tribe.
Yep. Okay. Desirability to get this done.
10.
Okay. Doability.
It's underway. I just told my VA to bring on another VA to get this stuff done. Or my personal assistant basically to get it done. I'm going to go with 7.
Okay.
We're getting there. Okay.
And then your budget?
All right. Well, so we're hitting 200 next week of these suckers. In terms of, and so is it like to get those 200 across, essentially it's like $500. It's not much, but the funnel stuff could be more important. Like if I'm including the marketing in this, we go with that.
Okay.
I don't know, like $2.5 grand.
Okay.
Let's go $2.5, $2,000 for, I don't know whether it's enough, but it'd be enough.
Okay. I didn't know you had virtual assistants.
Yeah,
because that was another thing that I was going to recommend to you. But if you have them already in place, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so I have a Western PA who lives in Germany. She's she's relatively expensive. She's at like €22 an hour. She's doing 12, and then she runs the less guys. You know, like the Filipino guys, because we found that someone needs to just manage them at one task at a time. So that's their product. And then I have 2 other medical educators doing the actual grunt work because I was just getting so fatigued, nothing was happening.
Okay.
So I got two medical educators, 1 personal assistant, and then another VA essentially. So that's the team at the moment, plus Emma on sales. And my hope was that if I freed up my time, then I would go to marketing and actually get that. But what I'm actually seeing from our experience together is I should actually be not doing that so much. It's actually like me as front of house kind of creative genius or whatever like I am.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So
yeah. And then what happens is because I'm getting into how do you scale this puppy, right? Right. How do you scale this? And eventually you have to remove yourself. You have to sort of clone or replace yourself or remove yourself. And that's why what I've decided to do is take my big program, modularize it all out like I've done, and create a course. Now you're not getting me one-on-one like this. This is the most value that you're ever going to get, right? But you module it out and you create a course, which I just did, and I just rolled it out today. And it's cheap. It's $500.
Oh man, that's a bargain. Are you seeing? Why are you doing?
Yeah, so a few sold today, but I literally rolled it out like 9 o'clock this morning. Right?
Awesome.
So it's like not even 24 hours old. But what's going to happen is they're going to go through that and say, "Holy shit! they're going to go, I need this guy. And
right.
They're going to think they can do it on their own.
Yes.
They're going to watch a couple hours and be like, oh, fuck. He has everything right there. Why am I being cheap about this? Right.
Yep.
And that's my goal. So I'm not here to sell that for $2-3 grand. I'm just not, because my goal is to just help the masses with that. But that's something that you can do down the pike.
Yeah.
That's what you can do down the pike. It's creating something that you can just market the hell out of it, and it does everything on it without you being there.
Yeah.
All right. So getting back to this. So the key feature checklist continuity program is a great low-hanging fruit offer and a great level 1 of your world program. I want to think about a level 2 or a level 3 program. That's a possibility. Or the next phase is to just get them into. Okay.
So, I mean, the $40 a month will help definitely. You know, if I get 200 GPs in that thing, that's going to help pay bills big time. Mm-hmm. But the business is currently known for its kind of course, the pass the exam course. So two things that are coming up for me. One is, what the hell do I do with the course? How does that probably needs to be rebranded? I mean, it's done-esque. And the second thing is, I mean, the small group coaching is a possibility, you know, like to actually, for those guys who just like, fuck it, I have tried everything. I need constant time with you, Tom, you know, whether that's, I don't know, one-on-one might be, it might be possible, but I think one to small group is probably the most, I don't know.
You're going to scale that. Yeah, you're going to scale that. What I would also do is I would do a one-on-one, but that's like 10 grand, 15 grand.
You know, like if I'm going to be working one-on-one, truthfully, I actually would rather work with with Andrew. I would rather be working with him. Who's
Andrew?
Andrew is the GP with the problems.
Oh, whoa, I'm sorry. The user profile. Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, Andrew.
You just went right into that. I'd like.
You know, like for me, like he's just got, you know, like for me, the pass the exam guys, it's great, you know, but it's really not my highest purpose. Okay. I feel like the Andrew who's hurting like a mofo, and it's like, okay, I mean that guy, I would if I'm going to be doing one-on-one at a high price, I would rather be working with him rather than the GP registrars who are kind of like, yeah, kind of, I'll do the course. The IMGs are like, yeah, do the course, but they're totally freaked out. But if it's going to be one-on-one, I want to be working with Andrew.
Okay.
Who's just like, fuck, man, my life is fucked. And you don't have that. I want that. That is the guy that I want to work with. Or
you are where I want to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's why that's why I hired Russell. That's why I hired Frank. You know, that's why I hired these guys to help me one-on-one, because now I just hire specialists. I realize that works really, really well for me. And we get right into it. It's like major surgery. We cut it out and it's done. Right.
Yep.
All right. So getting back. So the rebrand of the course, the desirability of that.
I mean, the rebrand, the course is going to sell it a whole lot better, right? 10.
Okay. The doability of getting that done. And when you say rebrand, what are you rebranding?
I'm rebranding the funnel, essentially. Like, I would think the funnel and the fulfillment. Like, it's really the funnel and the fulfillment.
And is this? How do I get to the funnel, to this application?
Ooh. Well, at the moment it's just the book, but I've sold 20 books in like 3 weeks. So we're selling 7 books per week. And I don't know how many of those, like they're obviously high value. They're likely to buy, but I have no idea what their conversion is, you know? And essentially at the current numbers, I mean, we're selling the main course at like $2,000 or $1,860. We need 2 people out of those to buy per week to run the show, to actually pay my bills. Okay. So they actually need to, yeah. I mean, I don't think any of them have bought like the upsell, the 397, you know, how to do the pass the exam thing. But I actually need 2 of them per week to buy, and they haven't done it so far. But so I think that rebrand the course thing is kind of critical.
Okay. So
doability. I mean, I'm kind of seeing the video. I mean, if I reshoot these videos, it's me looking, and I just read Russell Brunson's books or something like that. You know, whether we do a product launch with the perfect webinar thing or whatever. Doability. I mean, it's an 8. It's 9. Fuck it. Let's just go.
Okay. So you'll get it done. In other words,
I need to. You know, like the way that it runs at the moment, it's kind of like. I mean, it's a what do you call it? Auto launch. I'd probably just move it to a live launch.
Yeah, I would recommend that. And Russell, that's how Russell coached me on it. One-on-one.
Live launch.
Yeah, he said, do it live, get the kinks out, then automate.
Yeah.
Right, because we have a tendency to automate right away and get comfortable.
Yes.
And next thing you know, it's not converting, and now you're like in a panic. Like, you want to be live on the calls because you're going to get thrown wrenches and hammers and you're going to know where people's pains are, which you're taking notes the whole time going, okay, that person raised that question. That person raised that question. What do I do with these questions? You put them in the copy.
Yeah, right.
You go back and you put them in the copy and you address those questions in the copy. Now it's like, I don't have it. I don't have any objections. Like, this obviously is my savior, right? So that's what we do there. So the budget to create this.
I mean, I don't know, like
so we're talking funnel, we're talking, you know, does the course actually have its own logo or no?
General Practice Exam Accelerator is its name at the moment. It has its own logo. It's kind of crap. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
The you know, like the actual experience of the course is probably, you know, like the Kajabi part is a bit of a problem. I'm just going to put let's put 6 on this one as well.
Okay.
Yeah. Because if that thing works, I mean, presumably I'll have the live stuff. I'll have all of that.
All right. I just want you to pay attention to your language.
Yep.
When it works.
When it works. Okay.
Come on, Mr. Spirituality. You're creating this. You're creating this. Remember that. So just want to throw that out there.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is also so these are all, I put parentheses around them because these are all individual funnels that go into your business.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So here's a revenue stream. Here's a revenue stream. Here's a revenue stream. Here's a revenue stream. So you see how we're building this out into, and what did I say? 7 revenue streams, and you're a good deal. You know, but that comes with time. I like to start with 3, but we already got 4, which is fantastic. So the small group coaching, again, we don't need to go into major detail here. Just getting it on the map is crucial, right? So looking at this could be, again, a funnel. You can do this, again, model success, model what you already know. I think Frank does a phenomenal job.
Yep.
And he charges $400 a month for it, right? Yep. Which is what, $700, $800 for you?
Yep. Oh no, not in terms of the conversion. It's like $500.
Yeah. Aussie. Oh, so $500. Okay.
Yeah. It's not that, but we're not that. You know, it's not. It's not Banana Republic. Yeah.
But I think something like that, where you create a Facebook community, right?
Oh, okay. I was thinking more about like, you know, like one, like 3-4 people on a Zoom call, and we could, you know.
You could do that too.
Yeah.
You could do that too. But again, it's beneficial for you to get somebody to guide you through building this stuff out, so it gets built out right.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the way Frank does it. I mean, what I have tried it before and it worked pretty well at $297 a month. That it was pretty good. But what happened was I had to create questions every fortnight, and it was killing me. So what I'm thinking towards is just doing Q&A, you know, and that would be fine. Okay, let's sit down. Okay, what do you got? Let's talk. Okay, and get them on the line, and we talk through stuff. Small group coaching kind of would be like almost like one to 3 or 4. It's like, okay. It's actually a premium.
Okay, so, good. All right. And how much, and if you could sell this, what would you sell it for?
If I'm giving them weekly, let's do a weekly call with 4 people. So I need to be paid. I think it would be like $400 or $500, maybe even like $500 a month would be fine. So I'm getting paid $500 a small group call. It'd be fine.
Okay. There's no reason why you don't deserve every penny of that.
Yeah.
You're worth every penny of it. Okay. Desirability to get this done.
Less 7.
Okay. Doability. Could you execute this? 1 call a month, 1 call a week?
1 call a week. I mean, it's pretty much just, it's probably like speaking to Emma and protecting the time is the challenge. Do I do it at nighttime? I'm going to put 7 for the doability.
Okay. And then to build this funnel out. So you're looking sales page. Again, I'm just trying to give you some clarity here. You're looking at a sales page, an order form page, a possible upsell to the the checklists, right?
Yep.
You can use that as an upsell continuity, right?
Yep.
Then you're looking at a confirmation page and a thank you page, right? So that's a funnel. That's it.
Yeah, that's relatively easy. I mean, I don't know, $1,000.
Okay.
Like we got the software. I mean, all that sort of stuff.
That's what I mean. Like you're sitting on $1 million business here because you got ClickFunnels, you got Kajabi, you got all this stuff. You just got to use it.
Well,
you know, all right. One-on-one coaching. I want to get your take on this. How do you envision that? And what price point would you put at it?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, one of my previous coach, Adam, like he would be saying I need to be selling this like at least, like he would probably say this would be like a $2,000 a month coaching service, you know. And because let's say that I don't actually have to do it, then it becomes like, well, I don't need to do this. Are you hurting, Andrew, or I don't need to, you know, like that's the cool thing about this one. Like, and it would be like fortnightly calls. It's like desirability. I'm going to put it at it's a funny one. I get an 8 at this point. There's like I really want to help these guys, but it's also demands of my time. You know, I'm starting to feel like I'm like full here, which I'm already full, you know, like, so let's put doability. I think I'm going to put that at a 6 because that actually I feel like needs some work. I mean, I could do Cavalier and just go in and do it, but I would much prefer to spend some money going, what's this course actually doing? What's the model that I'm bringing to the table for him? Probably need some help with that.
Okay. I'm going to put that at medium to long term. Okay. And then we are at, what budget do you want to put this at? Again, very similar. Does
somebody teach how to create one-on-one coaching, high-end one-on-one coaching courses?
Absolutely.
How much does it cost?
It costs, I know his coaching is $7,500.
Okay. Let's put that in.
It's $7,500.
Plus let's add in like another $3,000 for stuff. So let's make it 11.
Okay. And then we are at 15.
14.
Terrible at math. Terrible at math.
Not an exact science.
No.
As Frank would say.
Right? And then the book. Let me see. So this book, right? And this is the sales page for the book.
Fuck, man, the book, hey? That's an interesting idea. Because I've just been running Facebook ads to it.
Okay. I really want to see this I really want to see this logo redesigned.
The General Practice Exam Accelerator?
Well, I'm sorry. You can't see this. This guy.
Oh, that one. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I'm going to put that down. I just want to put that down.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Brand identity. Rebrand.
Yep.
Logo. Social media. Okay. Let me just go to graduate medicine. Okay, because I would almost want to see, because let me show you the science behind what I do, and the psychology behind what I do. So this book, when I see this, it's like hidden.
Yeah.
Right? It's not real prominent for me, right?
Yep.
So what I did was,
boom,
when you come down, right? And I just added this section. I just added this section in because I really need to get people into my social media world, because that's where a lot of the business goes down. That's where the relationship building really happens, is on social media, believe it or not.
Yep.
So now here I have a little section on my homepage, right? But it's prominent.
Yeah.
Right? And then when you grab the book, it takes you to the landing page just for my book.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't sell a lot of these. I really don't. This is actually a really old landing page that should be rebranded with the new colors and stuff. However, that's how I would like to see this. So when they click here, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of got it going on, but it's a lot of words, right?
Yeah. Gotcha.
So, and then when you go get my book, it takes them here. Okay. And then what are you using as a payment gateway?
Stripe.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, this is Kajabi and Stripe.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Just because it linked in, like it links in to their thing. I mean, Kajabi's like, I think lifting their game a little bit, and because of ClickFunnels and stuff, but they're still, essentially their strength is their membership site. But anyway,
yeah, well, that's where they should play. But I'm not here to critique.
Well, they kind of are trying to do a Kartra. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's all and they still don't link with friggin' Infusionsoft, which sucks.
They don't.
Like what? Yeah, Kajabi for some stupid reason doesn't have a direct integration with Infusionsoft. I'm like, what the hell?
That's interesting. I wonder if they don't want to play nice together. I don't know.
Yeah, it's so odd. I mean, they do link in with ClickFunnels and they link in with a bunch of other stuff. But
even last year, I remember Russell kind of butting heads with the Infusion folks. But
really,
he was kind of going at them a little bit at the funnel hacking event. He was kind of he had this guy create this whole comic, and oh my God, it was crazy. And it was like this big crazy person, like this monster that was attacking the city, and the big monster was Infusionsoft. Yeah, it's actually really funny.
It's so easy to go wrong in Infusionsoft. I mean, it's just so easy.
I never implemented it. I never implemented it because that was just like the big elephant in the room that I did not want to take down.
Yeah.
And I have a client who swears by it. I mean, he's been there since day one.
Yep.
his business is so infused into Infusionsoft.
Yeah.
Like my business is infused with ClickFunnels.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the same way. So when you get in early like that, you know, it's easy.
Is your website running ClickFunnels, by the way?
No, that's all WordPress custom design.
That's all WordPress. Yeah,
code.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when it kicks across to the landing page, though, that's ClickFunnels. Yeah,
right,
sweet.
right,
yeah.
right. Okay, so you have so I put down here rebrand, identity, logo, social media,
desirability 10.
Yeah, and then the doability.
I mean, it's pretty. I don't know. Like, I'm not going to do it. Hopefully, you're going to do it. 10 grand.
Yeah. All right, so the doability is 8 to 9 for sure.
Yeah. Yeah,
so looking at the guy, and then the budget.
I don't know how much this thing costs. I don't know. I know that sounds crazy, but
to rebrand the logo and the social media, you know, you could look anywhere from $5 to $7 grand.
Really? That's how much it costs? Yeah.
Yeah. I have clients that paid $25,000 for a logo.
Okay.
$25,000 for a logo. It's because it's not the logo that you get on 99 Design. That's not the process.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
For example, I'll take you behind the scenes real quick. So let me go over here. I'm going to show you another client real quick.
Yeah.
So we didn't even get to her logo design yet. And this is what we designed for her.
Yeah, wow.
Okay. This is what we designed for her to just get an idea of the direction we want to go.
Fuck. Okay, cool.
All right. So
yeah.
For you.
So we are talking about something that basically really does change. Like, I mean, it's like, this is a clear brand identity.
Yeah. We're not saying, we're not hiring 50 designers from 50 different ninth world countries to do your logo.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what happens when you do 99 designs and all of that. So like, you know, but so this is the process that we take our clients through before we even, you know, and you can see the 3 different directions are very, very distinct.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's the same client?
Same client.
Oh my God. Okay.
So now what we'll do is we'll present this to her. She'll pick one. She can't mold 1 to 2, 3 to 2. No, she picks one route, and then we go into the logo design phase, and we start creating concepts for her based on that route.
Okay.
Yeah. So we could put here 5 to
7K. Yeah. That's fine.
All right. And then we're at 18, 19. Okay.
Okay. Wow.
Let me save this. All right.
So this is suddenly it becomes ultra desirable. Like, people are like, fuck, I'm going to I need to get on this program.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is they're essentially, you know, you can mess around with the other guys and whatever, but when you're ready, this is it. This is what you want to be.
Right. Are you talking about my program, or are you talking about your program?
No. Like, from the experience of a brand, like this branding kind of what I'm saying is like, oh my God, they're just like drawn in like moths to the flame.
Yeah. I hope that saved. Ugh. Are you joking?
Hopefully. Where did it go?
Thank God.
Did it not hit you?
No, it's here. Thank God. That was
okay. You got the video.
No, that was my template. Here it is.
Oh, cool. Oh, wow. There it is. Thank God for that. Hey. Auto save.
Oh my God. When I see that,
let's save that sucker right now.
Yeah, it's saved. It's saved. Jesus. All right. So there we have it. So the reason why I do this is because now we have sort of a roadmap, if you will, on what we should get going on first. And so what typically happens is this. I typically asterisk or star the ones that you should work on. So this would actually be first, okay? Because once you rebrand the identity,
everything else, there's no point in redoing anything else, right?
That's my point. And so now you have your website rebrand, and then you have your money makers. You have this one.
Yeah, cool.
You have this one. These are your funnels. These are your worker bees. Because that's all a funnel is. It's a worker bee that drives the revenue, that bridges the gap between the client and you, right?
Yeah.
I had book launch from the other one, but I mean, if we have another.
Look, the book is just running ads. We could launch the book. I don't know whether it would be worthwhile to do that. Like, I mean, I have a list. I have a social media following. Launch the book and then launch the actual program. I mean, that is a possibility. I don't know. You know, it's like whether that's worthwhile.
That's what I'm thinking. You know, and it would be part of the rebrand, if you will. Like, we would have to just rebrand. Maybe you don't redo the page, you know, maybe you redo the copy, right? But you obviously update it with the new look and feel and the messaging. So,
yeah, video sales letters or whatever, right, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
But what I'm thinking,
I don't know. Is this the right? Hang on, let's just. Are we just doing it there because it's like if it was just a blank space?
It is a blank space, so I'm not filling it with the book. I don't want you to think.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know, like, cause the one, I don't know, like the other thing that came up for Andrew was like the weekends or the CPD kind of stuff.
The retreats.
You know, the retreats. I mean, it's a long term. I don't really know what the hell I'm doing there, but that desirability, I'm going to put like, it's only my own fears getting in the way there. I'm going to put an 8 for desirability. Doability, I reckon, is like at a 3 at the moment. I don't really know what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Budget for that might be quite high, you know, 25.
Okay. And it doesn't necessarily have to be that high, to be honest with you.
Really?
I'll give you a quick example. So I know a few people out there that right now that do an Airbnb at a mansion in Arizona.
Yep.
Cheap. It's like maybe $500 a night, $600 a night. Even if it's $1,000 a night, it's still fucking cheap.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's $3,000, right?
Yep.
For the house. Then they go and sell this thing to 10 people at $5 to $10K.
Yep.
At a minimum, right? So do the math. 5 times 10, that's $50,000 minus 3,000. I mean, yeah. So they made 50,000 minus $3,000. They made 47 grand. And then it's their time, right? Because now what they're going to do, it's going to be a mastermind.
Yep.
And they go around the table and each person gets to present their struggles.
Mm-hmm.
And Dr. Tom goes and speaks to each one of them and gives them his expertise. And then they also get support from the other 9 folks.
Yeah.
Right. But the point is, cost them $3,000 to rent the house.
Yeah. Right.
And flight to get there. If you do this locally, you know, they have to pay, right? So
yeah.
I don't know if you need a $25K budget for this.
It's more, I was more thinking about the designing of the retreat. What's that look like? You know, like the actual I don't know how to run a retreat. I don't know how to, what goes at 8 a.m., what goes, all that kind. I can't, like in terms of what their experience is.
I'm going to keep the budget at 25. Here's why. Because you still have to build all that out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You still need you still need a funnel. You still need to run ads. You still need to help. You need help with the framework of each day.
Yeah. That stuff.
Right? So I'm going to keep it at that. So 8, 9, 10,
11.
Yeah. Now we have, listen to Dante. He's like a little dinosaur. Now, I don't know if your kids do this, but now he just does this. He'll sit there and he'll go, and he'll sound like a pterodactyl.
My kids are older than that. But
Yeah.
I mean,
And like you look and you just stare at him and you're like, are you done being a dinosaur? It's the cutest thing, but he's going to have a voice like a 90-year-old woman smoker.
Yeah, right.
Right? When he's like 4.
Yeah. He's got to let the Godfather voice or something.
Yeah, because that's how I was when I was a kid. If you talked to me over the phone, you would think you were talking to like a 20-year-old over the phone. It was so funny. They always used to make fun of me. Like my aunts and uncles, they got a kick out of that. Okay, so here's the clarity that we need. Here's the guess, taking the guesswork out of it all. And this is basically your business. This is your business, right?
Yep.
So the good news is, if you wanted to, right? And my time permits, is I could do this all. Other than help you with the retreats, framework and stuff like that. But the copywriting, the funnel designs and builds, the whole brand identity stuff, like you said before, I don't know, you're the one that does the branding stuff. What the hell does it cost? Right? So this is how we sort of look at what needs to be done, because that's a big objection in my world. So someone like you who doesn't want to buy the whole package and wants to just start with the discovery, the next question is, well, how much is everything else going to cost?
Yeah.
And my honest answer is, I don't know.
Right.
Because I didn't know you had a key feature checklist.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, you were interested in small group coaching or one-on-one coaching. Yeah. Right? So you can have 5 different revenue streams, or you can have 1.
Yep.
Right? I don't know until I open up that box. And so that's why it's very hard for me to say, well, it's going to cost you another 20 on top of the 3,500 or 5K to do this. I have no idea. So that's why I say, let's go. Let's crawl before we walk. Let's see what we can find, and then go from there. You don't have to do any of this. Yeah. Yeah. You don't. But at least you have some clarity.
Absolutely.
Of what needs to happen. All right. So with all that said, let me save this up so I don't freak.
Right. Don't freak yourself out.
Yeah. What's going to happen now is I'm going to call number 3 is done.
Yep.
We got one more call. We have our brand attributes call. And the brand attributes call is getting into more of the identity side of your brand.
Okay.
And I love when people come to me and they say, Henry, can you whip up a quick logo for me? Or can you whip up a quick website for me? The answer is always no. Like if you want that, just go to Fiverr. They'll take care of it. What happens, this is how we do it. So when we go through the brand attribute phase, this is really cool. We now start to craft the linguistics that represent your brand. Mm-hmm. That helps me and my team of creatives to now take something that's in your head, associate the language and the messaging and the value that creates that, And now we go and we create the stylescapes that I just showed you.
Yep.
Right? And that's how we get beautiful designed brands.
Yeah, cool.
So there's a method to my madness. And again, it's very hard for me to explain all of that on an initial call to somebody without overwhelming them.
Yeah.
Right? If I would have told you all that over the phone, you would have been like, goodbye. I'm not doing it. That sounds like a lot of work. Right? But if you take it in little bites, you're like, okay. This is doing.
Yeah, and it's not really what my problem was. I mean, my problem was why is this not working? You know, I don't really care about a stylescape. I just want to know. I really wanted to know that, is this the problem? Yeah, that was the main thing.
Yeah.
And
well, if some preliminary output or some preliminary prescription here is the messaging and the branding is off.
Yeah.
Are you getting that too?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And but just for the lack of me, you know, so when they hit the website, there's like this total disconnect from whatever they've seen before. If they picked up the ad, they're like, I really like Tom, he writes really well. And they go to the website and they're like, oh fuck, what the hell? All right, now move. Yeah, let's go to have a look at. Yeah, they leave. I'm sure if they're checking credibility, it's failing badly.
Right. And so what my goal is to help you build your brand identity and your online presence. So now when somebody Googles you, everybody knows that Tom's nothing to mess with. Right.
Yeah. Right.
And there's this aura about Tom, right? That makes sense. Like, look at the difference between Frank Kern early 2000s and the Frank Kern now. Yeah. The hippie surfer guy. Yeah, he knew what he was talking about, and he was hanging out with Tony Robbins. But I bet you his identity hurt him a little bit because they were like, I'm not paying this surfer dude thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
You know, to teach me marketing. But now when you see Frank in a beautiful suit, riding a Rolls Royce convertible, living in Valhalla, like, okay, I'm going to dish out 17 grand because he's living the dream that I want to live. Yep. And that's what people buy. That's what
And I think he's been, it's very interesting. He's also talking to proper businesses as well, rather than the internet marketing. Get rich quick guys. That's what I really like about it. I'm like, oh, you guys are in the battle to build proper businesses here that help, you know, rather than just the internet marketers get rich quick.
Yeah. Yeah. I got out of that game real quick because my heart wasn't in it because I haven't built my business on that model and I can't help somebody else do it. I just don't have it in me.
Yeah. It's like, let's get to 2 mil and retire. Right. And it's like, okay, that's great, but
I don't have it in me. I mean, I just don't. And it was funny. I was doing a brand showcase with one of my clients the other day. And that's another thing that I do with my clients. So after I take them through this whole process, the exit strategy or the exit interview, if you will, is a Zoom call like this. It's broadcasted Facebook Live.
Wow.
And I literally show my entire audience inside of my private group, inside of my other group, and on my Facebook. I literally walk them through the entire process, like the audience, right? And after I get done with that, I got to show you what we do. You're going to die. So I got to put you over here. So then what we do is we create. Let me show you. We create.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Case studies of each of my clients, right? So the video that I record, and that goes right here.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So we have their pain point. We have my strategy that I implement. We have the solution. and then we showcase the results. And then you click on this guy.
Yep.
There's another one.
Yeah, wow.
Right? And so I feature all of these clients on the website just like this. And it was funny. I was just talking to one of my coaches about this.
Yep.
And he was like, do you offer that as like a selling point? And I go, no, I never thought of it that way. And he said, dude, do you know how much exposure that could be for your client? And I was like, I did not think of it. And that's what happens when you're too damn close to your business. You're like, shit, like, how come I didn't think of that? So anyway, that's sort of the stuff that I'm just giving you ideas.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen is you're going to start picking up on this, and you're going to be in the shower one day, and you're going to be like, you know what? I found my Thea. She went through the program. She kicked major ass.
Yep.
We need to get Thea on my site. I need to use Thea as my Liz Benny. I don't know if you know who Liz Benny is, but Russell Brunson's.
I know. Yeah, I read in his book. Yeah, Liz Benny. Right. She's like the superstar.
Yeah, she's from New Zealand, and love her, by the way. She's an awesome woman. She went through hell and back and came back strong. Let me tell you. And she, Russell had her do case studies and had her speak at events, and just that was it.
Wow.
Man. So you want to find your champion.
Yeah.
You want to find your ambassador and run, and build them. Don't just have one, but have multiple. So, all right, I'm done rambling, and you got some breakfast to eat. So
I do, man. I do.
Right, so,
awesome call.
Yep. I'm going to get this wrapped up. I'm going to send you link to call 4, and we're going to finish up. Hey, if you could book it this week, book it this week.
Yep. Okay, perfect. I'll see what I can do.
All right,
Henry. You have a great evening.
Take care. Bye-bye.